My experience with sharing was interesting.
Okay.
I started off very nervous, and I was curious to why I was nervous. And then I found myself in, I guess, a supervisory role, or a coaching role, if you will. So I found myself coaching a little bit. And then I said, hey, let's go do this. So I grabbed Tim over there, and I said, let's go. So we walked up the way, and I met a guy that was selling newspapers. Just chatted with him, sat down with him, and I said, hey, what are you doing? He told me his spiel. He buys some papers at a wholesale price and sells them for more. I said, hey, what if I could tell you that I do the same thing, except on a bigger scale? He goes, what do you do? I can yell if you like.
I hear you fine.
Okay, front of the room hears me just fine, and those folks over there are wondering why I'm talking. Okay, perfect. So, I met this guy on Pearl Street selling papers, right? And he sells them at a cheap rate, or buys them cheaply, and sells them for a profit. I said, I do the same thing. You interested to find out what I do? He goes, okay, sure. I said, so look at this. I held a sample to him. And he goes, oh, well, kind of interesting, kind of neat. I said, so what if I could turn this into the same thing you're doing? He goes, that sounds interesting. So what are you doing tomorrow night? Well, I don't know. I live at the shelter up the street. I go, well, can you get down to the Marriott? He says, where's that? I said, it's just down in Canyon. He says, I'm going to get my friend that has a car, and she's going to take me down there. I'm going to bring her down. I'm going to give her one of these samples, too. I said, cool. And I'm going to come by and see you tomorrow on the mall, because I'm going to be doing this again on Pearl Street. I'm going to come by and see you and check and see what you think of the product. And then we'll go from there. How's that? He says, absolutely. His name's Keith. Great guy. He's just digging life. And he's the type of person we want on here. No matter what his situation is currently, what do? We empower human potential. There's my share. Who's next?